Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are so excited that you're here with us. My name's Nikki McCutchen. I will be your host for this evening. Just know that whoever invited you to call must really care about you to want you to know about this technology. We are truly watching it change lives, and that is why we are so excited about it and just so thrilled to share it with you tonight. The call tonight will be for 30 minutes. For those of you who are new to the call, we will just be talking about how this technology allows you to elevate, activate, and regenerate to optimal health. And we will explain all of that here in a minute, but we will just get started with our medical disclaimer. Please know that we have a host of doctors who are on our team, but they are not your doctors, and we are not doctors here tonight either. This call is just for informational and educational purposes only. All of Lifeway's products are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any disease. So, if you are pregnant or nursing, in all of those things, we recommend that you chat with your healthcare practitioner first. So, with that, we are going to dive right in. And hopefully, tonight, what you are going to experience is learning about a technology that can safely and effectively work completely naturally and be extremely affordable. And so I hope that you all are open to that tonight and learning and how this can bless you as we've seen it bless so many people. So this technology, this is what it looks like. Just a tiny little patch that you place on your body. It is actually FDA recognized as a general wellness product. It's a class 1 medical device, completely non-transdermal, meaning there is nothing that transfers from this patch into your body. It is actually sealed on both sides, and it works through infrared light technology, which I'm going to explain more of that here in a minute. On the inside of the patch at the molecular level is an organic amino acids, salts, and sugars that are made up in a crystal lattice structure that are reflective. And so I'm going to go into that in a minute as well. It is a medical grade plastic hypoallergenic adhesive. Sorry, my words are getting twisted tonight. It has a 96% effectiveness rate. That is actually amazing. If you're dealing with anything in the natural health world, to have something that is that high of an effectiveness rate is truly extraordinary. It is extremely affordable. The only thing that even actually compares to what this technology does is stem cell injections. And so I will talk a little bit more in detail about that. And those, of course, are thousands and thousands of dollars. This is pennies on the dollar compared to that. It's a patented technology. We have over 150 patents. There is over 90 clinical studies. The company has been around for 20 years. So this is a well-vetted, scientifically backed, groundbreaking technology that you're getting to learn about tonight. There is no product in the world that does what x39 does. And so that is why we were so excited to share it with you. So back to all the details. So how does this actually work? It works through a process called photobiomodulation. That is just a big word for light making change in the body. You actually already know exactly what this is, even though you didn't realize it. Every time that you step out into the sun and the sun hits your skin and your eyes, it tells your body to make vitamin D. And to have that vitamin D go and do in your body what it was designed to do. So that is a process called photobiomodulation. The way that this patch then works, like I told you before, is it's a red light therapy product. Now, so it works based on your heat and your own body's infrared light. If you were to look through night vision goggles, you actually see this on the movies where they're looking through night vision goggles and they call it a heat signature. Scientifically, that is a low grade infrared light with all of those colors that emits out everywhere from our body. So we are the light source or the heat source that starts this technology that causes it to activate. So what happens is that infrared light comes out of our body, reflects back off of this patch. So that crystal lattice structure that I mentioned before then is reflective. It reflects back at a specific frequency, turning on a specific peptide called GHK copper peptide. If you are in any type of health sphere or watching any type of following any, you pick up any magazines, if you get any emails, Peptides are all the rage. And so if this is a peptide therapy type product, only just using your own. So no injections needed, no cream needed, no supplement needed. It's already in your body that we can turn it on through our own infrared light. So you can actually wear, you see I'm wearing it on my hand, but we have in our clinical studies, we have clinically tested spots that you can wear it. Like I said, the company's been around for over 20 years. Because of that, we know also that the infrared light comes out everywhere in your body, which means you can actually wear this on any spot in your body that you want to or need to, because it's all based on your own body's infrared light. So it doesn't have to be a clinically tested spot for the technology to work, which is so cool, which means ultimately you can't do it wrong. Super easy. You cannot do it wrong. So you can place this anywhere on your body. The recommendation is 12 hours on to activate and repair and 12 hours off. So I put mine on in the morning when I get up. I take it off at night before I go to bed. The very next day, I put on a brand new patch. So that is how the technology works and how it is activated. The copper peptide that this elevates and activates is called GHK copper peptide. This copper peptide, I encourage you to Google it. It does so many things. If you want a real easy place to get all the information, we have an educational site called patchtheway.com. That's PATCH theway.com. You log in there, all of the clinical studies are there. The links to PubMed are there. A deeper dive into GHKCU is there. It's been around for over 50 years. If you want to totally geek out like me and look at some more of the scientific information, there is this book that you can buy on Amazon. Dr. Lauren Picard was the one who found the peptide over 50 years ago. So that 50 years of research has led to a very long list of things that this copper peptide supports and does in your body. I'm just going to go over a few. So as I mentioned before, the only thing that even comes close to comparing to this technology is a stem cell injection. This technology actually activates and elevates the stem cells in your body. As we age, our stem cells just get worn out. They stop working and functioning at their highest optimal level. By the time you're 30, only 50% of your stem cells any longer work actively. So 50% less. Okay. By the time you're 60, you only have 10% that are any longer active in your body. So you can see between 30 and 60 what happens: aches, pains, illness, disease. All of these things start to set into our body that causes all of these problems. And the major reason for that is because our stem cells are no longer operating optimally. Well, with this technology, that is no longer a problem, because 4,000 genes begin to reset to a younger, healthier state. Almost instantly, that begins to start happening in your body and they get elevated. And then all of these, like I said, pull it up on Google, GHK copper peptide, look at the long list of things that that peptide actually supports in your body. Stem cells are formed from every single cell in our body, every organ, every tissue, every lining is because it was once a stem cell. So if we can reactivate these stem cells, help them, cause them to work at a younger, healthier state, we can have almost any type of positive health benefit happen in the body. And for those of you, and those of us who have been doing this for quite a while now, you know, we have pretty much heard any kind of amazing miracle that happens because we are supporting God's design. And He creates, once we support His design, anything is possible. And He makes all kinds of amazing miracles happen when we support His design. So that those stem cells then get active. They go to areas of most need. So you may not know that you have an issue in your liver, in your heart, in your brain, but your body knows that. And it's going to send those regenerated stem cells to go to those areas to start to regenerate that area so it can be reset to a younger, healthier state. This just today, absolutely miracle story that I have this wonderful friend in my life, absolutely love her. She's actually my mentor, just super wonderful, amazing woman. She's been using the technology for about 2 years now. Many health challenges, but she's just stuck with it. So at about the 13-month mark, she had a bulging disc that in the top of her neck completely repaired. No more neck pain there. So, and she keeps thinking, oh, I don't know if I should keep staying on this technology. Then she'll have some other issue and she'll use it and she'll be like, nope, I guess I'm supposed to keep using it. So she's kept using it. So, like I said, she's got lots of health issues. So she has this thought process of it may not necessarily be helping me. So, or it's not helping me anymore, kind of has gotten stuck in her head. And I keep telling her, you are continually regenerating. More and more stem cells are getting up and working on your behalf. When you have a lot of things going on with you, it takes time to regenerate. It took you all these years to get in whatever state you're in. So it's going to take time to regenerate. So today she comes over and she tells me that I think it was about maybe 6 months ago, she had this scan done on her heart. All kinds of issues, not headed in a positive way, definitely headed down a road that, would lead to some type of surgery. She went back in for a follow-up scan. Her heart looks completely different. There is now no concern for any kind of surgeries that would potentially be in her future. All completely shocking. And literally, like the practitioner just sat there in awe and just told her, we are just going to claim this as a miracle of the Lord over your life, because there is no possible way with the state that I saw your heart in that this could have ever been possible. So that is what our technology does. That is what it does long term when you continue to use it, even if you're not in a great health state. Absolutely jaw-dropping miracles of just continued use, continued daily use, being faithful, because you're regenerating stem cells and your body gets to decide where those need to go. So, with that, I've told you about the stem cells, but here's the other piece of the heart that comes in when you're dealing with GHK copper peptide. That's why I'm saying that there is no other technology or anything on the planet that does what X39 does. This actually, every 6 weeks that you utilize this technology, it reverses the age of your cardiovascular system at the mitochondrial level by 8 weeks. Okay. So think about my friend. Okay. She kept thinking she was going to get off it, but guess what? GHK just starts doing what God designed it to do in your body. And every 6 weeks she's wearing it for 2 years, her cardiovascular system regenerates an extra 2 weeks, regenerates an extra 2 weeks. And by 8 weeks, every 6 weeks, it regenerates by 8 weeks, to where now at 2 years of use on this technology, and her practitioners are floored because her heart is not going in the same direction. They can't even find the things that they found in her heart 6 months ago. Okay. So even at a year and a half, her heart condition was still struggling. She was still having some major issues there. Okay. But she just chose to trust me when I said, I'm telling you, I've looked at the science. I've heard all these amazing stories. Just keep using it. Just keep wearing it. She chose to trust me. She chose to stick with it. And now, guess what? At 2 years, no longer any more heart things going on. Okay. Does that mean that all of her long list of things are cleared up? No, they're not. Her list is very, very, very long. Okay. But it is one of those things to where her heart was headed down a major issue that could have caused her to go be with Jesus early, bottom line. And now that's not the case. The Lord has chosen to heal her, to use those stem cells to regenerate that. And now they are available to go and move on to another area. So again, it was the stem cells and the support of GHKCU, what it does specifically for your heart. So two major, huge areas in the body that we're talking about that this one tiny little technology helps to support. And I'm not even done. That's the coolest thing. The third thing is that it helps to support your brain. Okay, so another major body system that we have to function and operate in our lives. So at about 6 weeks, the brain will start to look, and when you look at it on thermographic imaging, the testing shows that it starts to be more calm, it starts to be more relaxed, there's not as much inflammation. So what people will feel in their symptomology is less brain fog, more clarity, being able to remember things, not forgetting so much. Even anxiety and depression can start to lift. And again, your body gets to decide. Okay, so my friend does have a lot of brain things that are going on with her as well. Okay, that has not showed any improvement, but your body can only do so much. It can only repair so many things at one time. Your heart has to beat consistently every single day for you to get up and for you to go do your life. So it had to go to her heart first and work on that first. And now we'll see. We'll see if it decides that her brain is the next thing that it's going to go and work on. But just know that this technology supports your heart and your brain completely in that way. So the fourth major thing, your collagen. So collagen, most people think is just hair, skin, and nails. It is not. It is a foundational building block to our bodies, our bones, our fascia, our muscle, our tissue, the lining of our organs. Our collagen is in every part of our body. So there is a fourth major body system that GHK helps to support. It supports your wound healing. So any type of surgery you might have to go through, any type of scrape, any type of bruising, it helps to move all of that out quicker. Your immune system, all of us want our immune system functioning properly so that whatever toxins we're exposed to out in the world, our body that can handle that and deal with those quickly and effectively to push those out so they don't get stuck in our tissues. And so that is also so important. So that is just a actually short list. Like I said, if you go look it up, you're going to see a much longer list of things that GHK copper peptide supports. But just those things, if those are the only things that you are going to get from this technology, it is well, even if this was the price of a stem cell injection, it would be well worth it because it does so much more than even a stem cell injection. So, what we recommend, okay, is to wear it 1 month for every decade you are old, just to see what the technology is going to do for you. Now, if you have lots of issues like my friend had, I to tell her to only wear it for 5 months would have been ridiculous because, just to, sure, can we get some relief in her pain, in some of her inflammation down? Sure. Can we see those kinds of things happening? Absolutely. But any kind of major issue, I tell people 6 months to a year. If you have major issues, you really have to commit and decide to do this for a longer amount of time because your body, it took a long time for your body to get in that state. It's going to take a long time for it to get out of it. As well as like my friend, multiple issues. She's at 2 years now. We still have issues, but there have been huge, major changes that could have only been helped in any other way through surgery. Surgery. That would have been the only way, and medication after medication after medication after medication for the rest of her life that she no longer has to be on. So when I am bringing this to you and I'm telling you about this technology, I could not be more excited about it because I know what it's going to do for you if you decide to commit. And yes, if you have a lot of things going on, it will take some time, but just stick with it because miracles abound with this technology. We see it all the time. We are so thankful to get to be a part of it and to see all of the things that God does for so many people. It's truly a blessing and amazing to do that. One last thing, hydration is key. Hydration is so important. And I struggle with talking to you about this because sometimes people think that when I'm talking about hydration, they are relating it to this technology. It is not just for this technology. For anything in your body to work right, high quality water, electrolytes, and minerals are essential for your body just to function properly. And so just know that it is a huge important half your body weight in ounces at minimum. If you sweat, if you exercise, if you use patch technology, you're going to want to try to get in more than half your body weight in ounces as well. So I would love to open it up for questions. You can feel free to put a question in the chat. You can raise your hand. You can unmute your microphone and just come on. We are happy to help answer those questions for you. But that's what we're here for. What questions do you have this evening? Or if you have a story like mine that I got to share with you today, if you have any amazing story, obviously we all love to hear those because that's what this is all about.
I always have something to share.
Yay, I love it.
So, these ladies I talk to every day, the one lady has a lot of issues going on, kind of like your friend. And it's just the little victories at this point. Like, at first it was the plantar fasciitis. She had knots on the bottoms of her feet and they were so painful. She wore the x39 for, gosh, a couple hours. It wasn't even like a whole 12 hours. And by the time she had gotten home from church, she called us because there was no more pain, the knots were gone, and she hasn't complained about that at all since. And now we're just like, check, 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 check. And lately it was her muscles. She has a condition where her muscles get really like really coarse, like really knots, and they're really tight. And since using the technology, I want to say it's probably been 2 months now that they've been on the technology. And the caretaker was telling me that she notices her muscles aren't as tense anymore. They're not knots. So, and that's helping alleviate some of the pain that she has in her body as well. And I can also attest that it is a compounding effect. I've been using the technology for almost 4 years now, and I still have little victories that this technology does, and I love it. So I'm just going to keep using it, and the benefits are it's so amazing to have the benefits. And there are even some things that it does that we don't even give it credit for sometimes,
Absolutely.
So
Mhm.
yeah, it's just like that little secret there, that technology just is amazing.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, it truly is one of the best kept secrets that we're trying to not keep a secret. That's why we're here telling you about it tonight because we want everyone to
Exactly.
know about what they can receive through this. So I love that. That's amazing because it is all those little victories when you're dealing with those little aches and pains, even to have those, go away is just, you wouldn't expect that, because they've got other things going on, but to have some relief in those areas of pain is just such a miracle sometimes. So
Yes, and like I said, I talk to them every day, and I patch the one, and then which is the caretaker does the patching, and then I patch the caretaker, and then I say, "Okay, ladies, drink your water," and it's just those. And the one lady always sings, "I'm all patched up" after she's done, and she's just praise the Lord, I'm all patched up. It's so cute. I
my
just enjoy
gosh.
it.
Yes, yes, that is adorable. I love that so much. And that's what this is all about, right? Just being able to help people. There's truly nothing more amazing than to be able to help people with whatever they're going through in something so tiny and simple and amazing as a tiny
Yes,
little patch. So, yeah.
yes,
Anybody
I
else? Well, very good. We are so glad that you were here with us tonight. We just want to encourage you to get back to whoever invited you to the call tonight. Remember to go to patchtheway.com. That's PATCH theway.com. There's all kinds of other great before and after pictures, video testimonials. At the bottom, there's doctors who talk about using it with their patients. So it's a fabulous website. Please check that out and get back with the person who invited you to this call and tell them that you're ready to get started. We want to see and hear about what this technology is going to do for you as well. So, with that, we just pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone.
good night, God bless.
God bless.